Good evening. In our news bulletin for tonight, Niue has another confirmed case of dengue fever, this time from the area, and that brings the total positive cases to 6. And the health department is appealing to the public to take notifications seriously to avoid further spreading the virus. Pothole repairs and road maintenance make slow progress, but government has confirmed that China will be assisting with the reconstruction of the island's roads. Provisional population and household census statistics shows an increase to the population. The fruit and nut tree project is progressing well with the harvest of some of the first crops at Waipapahi Farm. Niue receives a solar and pedal power hybrid vehicle to promote energy efficiency for the low carbon project. As of yesterday afternoon, there is another confirmed dengue case, and that brings the total to 6 positive cases. The health department has noted that this is the second case where a person affected is not a resident of Tuapa, where the first cases were confirmed. But both cases informed the medical team that they had spent time in Tuapa in the last couple of weeks. This newest case has presented from the Vaya area. Niue is still on dengue alert and will remain so for 14 days as of the latest case, but for dengue prevention campaigns to work, people need to take the warnings from the health department seriously to avoid any outbreak like 2012, where 128 people were infected and there was 1 death. People who have been diagnosed have been reminded to remain at home until they are fully recovered to avoid passing on the infection to others, especially during 5 in the afternoon until 7 in the morning when mosquitoes are most active. Dengue fever symptoms such as fever, body aches and pains, rash with or without itching, nausea and vomiting, stomach ache and pain behind the eyes, bleeding of gums or a bleeding nose. Those are the symptoms, and the Niue Fall Hospital have informed people that they can see the doctor. The mosquito spraying program is being carried out to assist in outside areas, and they are up to the Vaya Farm today where the latest case presented. People have been reminded to be vigilant and to remove mosquito breeding places and to go to the hospital if they feel unwell or suspect that they may have dengue-like symptoms, but most of all to take the advice seriously and avoid spreading the virus. Work to patch up Niue's roads is making slow progress, but government officials say that it is also dependent on funds available to carry out the work. Civil and quarry workers carry out the road repairs, but changes to the restructure of the public service means that work is delayed because they need payment from the infrastructure division of government. However, government has received confirmation that China has agreed to provide aid for the reconstruction of the roads in Niue. Engineers and consultants from China were on island in April to scope out how much work was required to get the roads up to standard, and the estimated cost was $30 million. Premier Talangi said that the assistance from China would be in the form of a grant and not a loan. These are funds Niue has not drawn on that has accumulated over the past 10 years. Work on the island's roads is expected to start in December next year, and in the meantime, the state of the roads and maintenance will need to be prioritized by government to repair. The Niue Statistics Office has released provisional figures for the Census of Population and Household that was carried out in March of this year. These provisional results provide information about the population counts disaggregated by sex and villages, as well as the number of households per village. The census revealed a total population of 1,716. That is an increase of 105 in comparison to the population counts in 2011 with 1,611. This figure includes both residents and visitors, but the total residential population of Niue was 1,586. That consists of 760 males and 826 females. A total of 130 persons were visiting Niue at the time of enumeration. Alofi South remains the most populated village with 393 residents. Namukulu remains the lowest populated with only 10 people. Hakupu was the village that increased the most in population from 129 in 2011 to 188 persons this year. Alofi North had the biggest decline, 215 recorded in 2011 and only 158 in 2017. There was a total of 485 occupied households, which is an increase where there were only 477 in 2011. These are only provisional statistics, but we can expect more comprehensive reports within the next few months. The Agriculture Department's fruit and nut tree project has made good progress in the past couple of months with the harvest of some of the fruits. The area cleared at the Waipapahi farm has been planted with a variety of fruit plants that include passion fruit, mango, lychee, dragon fruit, and a few others. These were sourced from Rarotonga. The Technical Cooperation Project on Fruit and Nut Trees is funded by the Food and Agriculture Organization to increase production of fruits in Niue, adding to food and nutritional security.
The aim of this block here is it's a demonstration block of showing various techniques for growing the plants, but it's also used for us to get propagation material from to produce more plants to sell. So things like the passion fruit, the dragon fruit we already have available for sale. Some of the other ones, because they're slower growing and we have to grow them from aerial layering or other techniques, they'll be probably a couple of years before this plant's available. But at the same time in the nursery here we're growing a whole lot of other local plants as well. So we've got we've got some of the other varieties of passion fruit, the local yellow passion fruit, the soft-skinned passion fruit, the hard passion fruit, range of different stuff that we're growing here, as well as these plants. So far, can't really see them. They're still very small on the other side of the passion fruit. There's the lychees and the longans, and they just aren't thriving at all at the moment. They're growing very slowly and look as though they're really struggling. Could be the high pH of the soil. The macacia here, it's a very shallow area of soil, so they're growing straight into the macacia. That might be half the problem. We're not sure, but we'll just see. They might come right. It might just be a matter of waiting, giving them some time.
The Fruit Trees project offered an opportunity to relook at the layout of the farm, and a new orchard was planted and developed last year for demonstration and propagation of fruit and nut tree seedlings and cuttings. The dragon fruit is one introduced species that is a cactus-like plant, and it is thriving at Waipapahi, as well as the purple passion fruit.
Well, people are welcome to just call in and have a look and see what we're doing here. In terms of purchasing seedlings or purchasing plants grown from cuttings, there's a list kept up at the DAF office and of what plants are available for sale. They can go in there, they can purchase and pay for them there, and then come down here and collect them. But people are welcome to just come and have a look around as well and see what's growing and what's available. Talk about managing the soil fertility is one of the big things. Niue soil's got a lot of good stuff going for it, but there's also a couple of key things that it's lacking, and if you can address those key elements that are deficient, then you're going a long way to sort of fixing what's holding the plants back. Yeah.
The Agriculture Department is currently working with 3 village youth groups in Tamukotonga, Tuapa and Hakupu. There have also been fruits that have been planted at the Niue High School and Niue Primary School to promote and encourage healthy living and eating within both schools. The trial plot was set up to test how well the plants grow and fruit first before they could propagate more seedlings for sale and distribution. Niue has just received a solar and pedal hybrid vehicle that has been dubbed as the most efficient vehicle on the planet. The Tactical ALF is a demonstration vehicle that is being tested in a few islands in the Pacific to promote energy efficiency. The low carbon project is being administered on island by the Project Management and Coordination Unit that have now relocated to the old primary school grounds. We spoke with the project coordinator to find out more about the incentive behind this move towards alternative transport options and renewable energy.
This project is funded by GEF and is implemented through UNEP and IUCN, so that's the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. And then, it's a regional project for 4 countries, so Fiji, Nauru, Niue, and Tuvalu. So that was the purpose of bringing this one in, to show everyone that there's this type of transportation option available that runs on solar. So it costs $9,500 US, and you can purchase this from America. It's on the website. Their website is called organictransit.com.
People were surprised to see this vehicle or tricycle at the Makefu Show Day on Saturday. It proved to be a big hit, especially with the children. This is the only one in Niue that is a demo, so we asked Jacinta about some of its features and what levels of maintenance would be required.
The maintenance side, it's just like a bicycle. I've been told that it's for the maintenance side, it's just like looking after your bicycle, because in America it's actually considered as a bicycle, not a... It can travel up to 30 miles per hour, and it can either solely run on the power that's harvested from the sun, or you could pedal and use the power that's provided by the sun. Or you could just pedal it on its own. We have not made any arrangements for the management side of the vehicle. We're looking at having it rented out for people to use, so it can be available to tourists that come on the island, or even locals. But we'll have like different rates for those.
All rental fees will support energy efficiency subsidies provided under the Low Carbon Fund management. And those are our news stories that we have for you this evening. We do hope that you enjoy the weekend ahead and join us again for our next news bulletin next week.